Welcome to another episode of Grub Masters. I'm John Deary. This is Carl Kugler. Today we're going to make
a nice steak panini.
Oh man, steak panini. I love it. All right, Carl. So how are we going to do this today?
We're going to start with a panini pie iron, and we haven't show you. Take a look at what the panini pie iron looks like. These are cast iron, and they're made for making sandwiches and other nice treats. And we've got a nice panini on the inside surface that we can get a nice crisp outside. And we're going to play around a little bit with this today and cook some veggies in it first before we put our meat and create the sandwich. So we're basically going to use it like a frying pan ahead of time.
Okay. So you got your veggies already sliced up, ready to go. That's so important when you're winter camping. You don't want to be slicing stuff outside as much as possible, especially if you're trying to do a quick meal. Prep it all ahead of time.
Mm-hmm. So what I'm going to do is going to sneak away for 1 second, get a quick paper towel. We are preheating our panini irons. Just want to clean out any dust that's in here. And these have been heated up nicely.
It's always nice to have the Dutch oven table. We use these all the time. It's not going to, you put this on a picnic table, it could score a picnic table. If you don't have a, you're just outside camping, get a log or something.
The other nice thing too is we've prepped all this stuff ahead of time. So if you're camping with the family or out with the scouts, prep up your onions, have them all ready to go. It makes the pie irons just so much easier. So what I'm going to do is you can
hear it sizzle because these are made out of cast iron and they just suck up that heat.
So I'm trying to break up the onions a little bit there. I want these to cook quickly. Got some nice onions there. Took a green pepper and julienned the green pepper into as finely as I could.
It smells good just cooking in there now.
And we're going to add a little butter. Why do we add butter?
Because it makes everything taste better.
Everything's better with butter. One thing that we're going to have to do is be careful if we're flipping this over on the fire. We don't want that butter to leak out on the edges. So I'm going to put about a tablespoon of butter in there. And this will lock into place on itself, and then there's a nice little hook here that wraps around and engages it. And I'm going to bring this over and I'm going to put this right on the fire. Now we have a nice windy day today. I've got a nice bed of coals there. We're going to let that sit on top of the coals. I want to probably get that a little more level because we have the butter in there. So we have a nice bed of coals that's sitting on. We'll let it sit for a second, then we'll flip it over. Give those veggies a chance to get cooking first, and then we'll add, what do we add after that, John?
Well, that's what we're going to add in our sandwich steak. We're going to put that in. It's going to brown up nice. It's going to suck up all those juices and get that all cooking. And then, of course, we're going to, put the bread in to toast it all up.
Yeah, before, once that meat's done, we'll pull it back over here and put the bread in our panini maker with a little bit of butter on that as well.
So it's going to be a little bit of flipping magic here today. Correct. But it's all going to come out great. It's a nice, cold, windy day, so this is going to taste great. And, cooking like this in a pie iron, it just doesn't matter how windy it is. As long as you have coals, you could cook in a pie iron cooker or a panini press like this. So
it's all protected from the wind. What we'll also do on this is we'll grab a little mozzarella cheese and we'll put that on it as well when we go to assemble the sandwich.
It just keeps getting better and better. All right, so we'll be back when it's time to flip.
So now I'm going to take it, just give this a flip. Remember, I have to be careful because there's some butter in there. Want to try to shake it around a little bit, move those veggies, kind of like you do if you were sauteing in a frying pan. Now we coated the inside of this pie iron with the butter. Had we been doing some other treats or dishes that you do, we could have used spray oil, but the butter will be nice on this. You always want to watch, especially with this panini iron, sometimes these little hooks come off. And the panini iron has a shorter handle on it as well, so you have to keep that away from the fire. So now we're going to take our pie iron out, check on our veggies, and I think it's time for steak,
Time for steak. Where's the beef?
Ah, it smells good. Look
Oh,
at
yeah,
those
let me get a good look
veggies.
at that.
Let me turn this around. You can see that. Some of our onions are definitely done. Get those off. I wish you could smell that. Couple casualties. All right. So now we're going to take and put 2 of these sandwich steaks. Trying to just use the knife. Got a nice little marbling in there, that meat. So I'm going to do, because this side, just add a little butter. It'll melt on nicely now.
So this is going to seal up. We're going to put it back in the fire. And we're going to probably put it beef side down, right? Because we really want that to sear up and cook well.
Flip it over. Got that beef side down. And put it right back in the coals there. Watching my handles. How long do you think that'll take, John, for that steak to cook up?
You know, these steaks are nice and thin, Carl. I think it's going to take a minute, 2 minutes tops. Because it's really, again, it's sitting on that cast iron, which is right on those hot coals, and that's rocket hot.
The great thing, too, is we take this out. If it's not done, close it back up, put it back on the fire. We're in good shape.
Exactly. In fact, it's probably better to check it more often than less often because you don't want burnt steak.
You don't want burnt steak. Anything you do in these things, it's amazing how fast they cook, especially because that cast iron's already preheated.
Right. So always err on the side of caution. We've been doing this for a long time. We kind of have a feel for it. If you're just getting started, there's no harm in taking a quick peek and putting it back in.
Now we're going to take a peek and see what it looks like. Remember, we got the steak side down. So I'm going to bring it over here, flip it back over. Oh, I could smell it.
Oh, that's perfect.
Look at that.
That's perfect.
So now what we're going to do is, John, if you could do the honors with some of this butter.
Sure.
Just maybe take the stick and just.
Oh, even better. Yep.
Even better. Beautiful. Look at that bread. This is nice round sliced loaf. What I'm going to do now is just take with that bread in there, take and flip it down, flip over. Just got a little bit of that caramelized onion on the top. Look at that, John.
Let me hit this with a little more butter while it's hot.
Whoop, straggler on the
stowaway.
Get that.
All right. Now we get a cheese.
The other slice of bread here. John, you want to do the honors with the cheese there? Now it's down in the 20s today, and I got to tell you, I'm looking forward to this, some of this sandwich here. Get in there and grab it.
It's just frozen in there. Now I like cheese. You like cheese.
I love cheese. Let's do.
We all like cheese.
Little extra cheese on that. All right, beautiful. So I've got the other piece of bread right in there. Remember, John put some nice butter on there ahead of time. So now it's just going to be a matter of toasting up that bread and melting that cheese. So let's put this right back in our bed of coals. We're going to let it sit there for maybe 30
seconds aside, I think.
So keep flipping it. Better to keep flipping it than letting it sit and having a crusty, burnt mess.
Right, right.
So we'll take a peek. It may not be done. If it isn't, we'll put it right back on the fire. Lid's staying up there. Let's see how it works this way. It's not quite there yet. This side could use a little more toasting.
Yeah, that side's looking pretty good.
That side's looking pretty good. So we'll leave this side up. Get that bottom nice and crispy. That cheese is starting to melt.
Now, we're doing this as a demo, but honestly, this is our lunch too. I cannot wait.
Give that another 45 seconds, 30 seconds, and we should be good to go.
It's going to be so worth it to burn my mouth on this.
And you can see from the smoke coming off the fire that we're having a little bit of challenges today with the wind. But as John mentioned earlier, the sandwich enclosed in that pie iron, there's no ash getting on it.
We're going to do a bunch of future episodes on all kinds of things you can do with these pie irons. They're just so versatile. You can have so much fun with them. This is obviously, you know, a great sandwich. You know, it's definitely more than grilled cheese.
Absolutely, and you're starting to see a little bit of steam coming off of it, which leads us to believe that we're getting close to being done.
It's got to be done.
Oh, look at that. Looking good, John, huh?
Oh, that's looking great.
And let's hope it's not burnt on the other side. Take and just...
Oh, man. Just look at the butter. Wow.
Steak sandwich, my friend.
Cheers.
Cheers. That's one good sandwich.
Just look at that. Oh, golly. That is good.
Sure beats American cheese and ham.
Yeah, exactly.
You don't know how this hits the spot out in this cold February day.
It's so good. I mean, the vegetables are nice and soft. They're just kind of really melting. And then the steak's got a little chew to it. And that cheese. The cheese just, you can't do this without the cheese.
No, you can't do it without
Don't ever do this without the cheese. If you don't like cheese, don't do this.
Well, why don't we say goodbye and finish eating our sandwich? Now that I got you with a mouthful.
All right, we'll see you all next time.
Take care.